there. Do you have the feeling that things just aren't going as well as you think they could be? You're overwhelmed, stretched thin, and like you're constantly redlining it? You're not alone, and you're in the right place. I'm here to share one of the most critical realizations that I've discovered in avoiding that sinking feeling on Sunday nights and to getting more out of your day, your week, your month, and your year than you ever thought possible. You know those goals that seem to slip through your hands like sand? Well, no more of that for you, my friend. The solution is easy. Clarity. One simple word. Here's the reality. Most leaders face overwhelm and underperformance because they're stuck in reactive mode. What they are attempting to accomplish and achieve gets very fuzzy and lost in the hustle and bustle. There seem to be just too many balls to keep up in the air, no matter how good of a juggler you are. And mostly, you end up feeling like a clown. But why? Because we lack clarity. And that lack of clarity puts us right in the middle of reactive mode. A lack of clarity starts us on a path of making unconscious choices, and also a lack of reflecting and learning from the consequences of those choices. Well, there's a better way for you to get what you want, to perform at a high level at work and at home, to get the precision you want in your life. Let's talk a bit first, though, about what redlining feels like and the impact of it on our lives. Think of it this way. You're either withdrawing or making deposits in your life account. It doesn't matter how many checks you still have left. I mean, who's still writing checks? Burnout and feeling chronically overwhelmed doesn't happen overnight. That's what can make it a bit tricky. It's the old frog in a pot of boiling water situation. The water's been heating up over time until eventually it's boiling, and all you can think about doing is jumping out. Believe it or not, that can finally drive a change, but again, it isn't an intentional one. And that can pretty much put us right back in a different pot of boiling water. The effects of being at your max can last a lifetime and recycle and repeat if we don't catch the cause and only keep addressing the symptoms. Let's unpack some signs of burning it out, not just for your work, but for your relationships, your health, and your overall quality of life. What are the signs that you're about to blow that engine that's been redlining? First of all, you feel exhausted, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And it doesn't seem like it lets up very much. Sure, if you take a break on the weekend, maybe, but once Monday rolls around, you got nothing. You slog home from the office, and all you can think about doing is sitting on the couch and staring off into the middle distance. Next, you notice that cynicism is making regular visits. You feel disconnected or resentful about work, family, and anyone or anything that seems to want your time or attention. You get the Sunday night blues every Monday and Tuesday, maybe less on Friday. Then you notice you're becoming ineffective. You generally feel that you're underperforming in every area of your life, and you're struggling to meet goals or feel a sense of accomplishment or achievement. Life is getting pretty dry and pretty dense. Yikes. But wait, that's not all you get with burning yourself out and redlining it. Just when you thought it wasn't bad enough, your health starts not being healthy at all. That chronic stress starts to lead to heart issues, mental health challenges, and a good night's sleep waved bye-bye to you a long time ago. But what's the personal cost to you? Well, it's your life. It's incalculable. The good news is that we can catch the warning signs and take action. Feeling nothing but busy, overworked, and overwhelmed is a check engine light. Ignoring it and doubling down by thinking you can outwork it and outsmart it doesn't make the problem go away. You'll only blow that engine. Recognizing the signs early is the key to avoiding long-term costs and overdrawing that account. Taking action to get clarity, that's your next move. Redlining our life and burning out is a consequence of living out of alignment with our values and what we say we really want. It's a lack of being clear. I mean, that sounds easy, right? Well, it takes a ruthless precision to hold your line in this modern world. Remember, you can have everything you want, you just can't have everything. And getting clear on what you want is the first step. Getting clear on what you really want is the foundation for everything. Without clarity, you spend your time and energy reacting to everything around you. Work demands, family responsibilities, or even societal expectations. But when you have clarity, you take control of the wheel. You know if you're drifting too close to the ditch, and also if you're even going the right direction. You know what to focus on, you know what to let go of, and what truly matters to you. Think about getting on a plane and the pilot having no clue where they're supposed to land. Sure, they can get the plane up in the air and fly around, but what's the point of taking off if the plane is flying around aimlessly? Yeah, there isn't one. And you probably wouldn't want to be on that plane either. I know I wouldn't. Well, let's get some clarity, man. I'm going to share this exercise with you, and I want to warn you, it isn't easy, but it is really fun. It's called the 50 once list. Yes, 50. Here's the exercise for you. Grab a pen, piece of paper, or open a notes app, however you want to capture it. Now start writing down 50 things you want in your life, big or small. No judgment and no editing. This is the hardest part, by the way. These ones can be personal, professional, material, or experiential. Here's an example. I want to spend more time with my family, or I want to lead a team that feels inspired every day. Don't overthink it. Just let the ideas flow and write them down. The goal is to uncover what truly matters to you. Most people that do this exercise can get to maybe 10 before their mind just locks up, and there are a lot of reasons for that, but if that happens to you, just put the pen down and sit on it for a bit. You can come back to it. Here are some of mine. More time at the beach in the summer. The faucet fixed in the bathroom. The internet to work better throughout the whole house and stop dropping inexplicably. A Porsche Targa, gentian blue with chalk-colored seats. And more active things to do with my wife. Take all the time you need to make this list and start to see what shows up for you. Take as long as you need to get to 50. It might take an hour, or it might take a couple days. Sometimes it might take you a week. Now, for a moment of reflection. Once you have your list, ask yourself, what are the top 3 wants that are most important to you right now? You will likely notice on the list that you have competing priorities. This is one of the biggest blind spots we have in our modern world. We could have a little more sympathy for ourselves about that, by the way. But anyhow, we often have way more opportunities in front of us than we could ever take advantage of. Ever. So we must choose. Grab 3. These will become your priorities, your North Star, guiding every decision and action you take moving forward. Yes, you may have to let the others sit for a minute, or a year, or 5 years. It's okay. Just keep it straight on the paper. Grab your top 3 and burn them into your mind. Write them down on a 3x5 card and put that in front of you every day. There are some very real obstacles to getting clarity and keeping it. It's a verb, and we are called to always be clarifying for ourselves. You might feel stuck because of competing priorities, fear of change, or simply being too busy to pause and reflect regularly. But with this list, you're moving through that now. Clarity isn't about perfection. It's about making intentional choices that align with your values and goals and what you say you want. It's about recognizing that we are making a choice and that we have a choice. How often have you said yes to something that you didn't want to do or that you knew wasn't getting you closer to the thing you knew you really wanted? Yeah, I've been there too. That's what this is all about, getting clarity. Clarity is the first step in shifting those gears. When you know what you want, you can see much more clearly where you're headed and also when you're off track. Okay, one bonus section here. You can clean up your list by doing a bit of the following. Get some of them a little more specific. For example, almost every client I've worked with has written something on their list like spend more quality time with family. Yeah, that sounds good, but what exactly does that mean? What does more mean? Maybe you don't spend any time with your family, so more means like 2 hours. Or what does quality mean? Maybe you do spend time with your family, but you only binge watch TV shows on Netflix and no one talks to each other and they're always looking at their phones. So get a little specific if you can, because this will do a couple of things. 1, it will make some of these things on your list not seem so daunting. Spend more quality time with family can then start to look like take 2 family trips this year or have dinner together 3 nights a week. So take some time to refine the top 3 for yourself and others on your list if it feels relevant. It also makes it easier to measure them. Welcome to clarity. Hit subscribe for more good tips on how to thrive in the 9 to 5 and beyond. Happy thriving.